Alrighty, for a cluster sample, you are going to divide the population into groups, pick a few groups, and sample everyone from these groups. And so once you get that written down, going back to my example of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So I take all 3,500 students at West, divide them into freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Now I'm only going to choose my freshmen and sophomores, and I'm going to sample all of them. All freshmen and sophomores. So I'm dividing my people into groups. I'm picking a few groups. So I'm picking freshmen and I'm picking sophomores, and I'm sample each and every one of them. This is different from stratified, which is what we did up here, because in stratified, I still divided them into groups, but I chose a little bit of representation from each group. I chose 10 freshmen, 10 sophomores, 10 juniors, and 10 seniors. I did not choose all of them in those groups. Here, I'm choosing only a few groups, but sampling all of the people there. Okay. If at any point you are confused on them, just pause the video and let me know. Our last sample is our self-selected sample. That is people in the population that volunteer or self-select themselves to participate. So these are people that willingly do it. So when you are at home and you're on Facebook and you're looking on BuzzFeed, usually on Facebook, some ads will pop up to take a survey. And if you willingly do that, nobody's telling you to do it. If you willingly do it, you are part of their sample that is self-selected. So if I were to send you a link saying, hey, if you could take the survey from me, I would really appreciate it, but it's optional. If you go and do it, you have self-selected. So if you are clicking a link to a survey, that is optional. So the key is here is that it's optional. Alrighty, so now I've taken you through all the sampling methods, and if at any point you're confused, just pause the video and let me know. There's a few more vocab words here that are different types of studies, and page 6 in your packet will go through these. So I'm gonna skip ahead to page 6 now and show you where that is. So you should have all these filled out except for the last 3. And the last 3 come from the study methods. So how am I going to collect my data? I figured out who I'm going to survey, but how am I going to do it? And so there's 3 types. There's an observational type of study, there's an experimental type of study, and a survey. Observation is exactly what it seems like. I am observing people. So if these people are not affected by the study. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know that I am surveying them. I'm observing them for my data. So if I want to know the percentage of students that enjoy remote learning, maybe I would be a fly on a wall at your house and see, are you super engaged or do you look absolutely miserable? I'm just observing your behavior. An experiment is where I actually manipulate one of the 2 things. I want to manipulate to see the outcome. So if I am doing maybe I want to see if the type of weather outside affects my students' motivation for remote learning. So maybe I put some of you guys in a room that is completely sunny, and maybe I put some of you guys in a room where it's raining. Maybe I can see if I'm manipulating it. I'm choosing to put you guys in different scenarios to see what has the best outcome. So that's an experiment. And the last type is a survey. A survey is when every member of a sample is asked a set of questions. Alrighty, so now you know everything you need to be successful for this unit. It is all, or for this target specifically. This target is all vocabulary, and that's all the vocab. Now we're just gonna spend the next few days practicing, starting with these problems down here. So here is the, I just wanna tell you before we have one more video, I have all of the sampling methods listed right here. All the sampling methods are listed right there: convenient, systematic, stratified, simple, random, cluster, and self-selected. But it did benefit for you to get a written or a formal introduction to the words from me. But I have one last video going through a few examples.